Welcome, my name's Trish. Today let's take a little deep dive into the New Orleans situation from the 1st of January, as well as the Tesla cyber car that was parked in front of the Trump building, so the explosion there. So let's have a look to see if there's connections. We'll take a look at if there's going to be any more, and we may ask some other questions as well. Quick little overview. Most people know about this case. There is some alleged connections between the two. They're not official connections. Both military men, both Americans, both served at the same base, apparently. Both served at Afghanistan, I believe, in 2009. I'm not 100% sure of the facts there, and that is all alleged and apparent. And also hearing word that they have rented the cars from the same company. So whether that's maybe different towns, but same company. But there's a lot of coincidences here. So I'm going to check in with the cards and see what they think about the situation, and see if there's going to be any more of these cases, and maybe even delve into what they are. So let's take a look. Okay, first of all, I'm asking about connections between the two cases. Are they connected? Welcome back. First of all, I just want to draw your attention to the yes card. I asked if they're connected. It says yes. Very powerful cards when the yes and no come out, so I never go against that. So the card here says yes, and my question was, are they connected? The answer the cards are saying is yes. So despite what anybody else is saying, what media says, the cards are saying there's a connection here. More than just what I mentioned with the similarities or the connections, possible connections, but they're connected is what it's saying. Okay, now I'm going to ask why they're happening, but I'm going to first delve into what's going on here. Now, I thought it was very interesting here when I saw the holding power, Trump Tower, Tesla car. Bit of a strange coincidence. Tesla car parked in front of a Trump building, and then we see the holding power. So it's all like connected somehow to the election, to the results. There's a connection there. Then I saw the offering donation card, and I thought that's Elon Musk's connection to, and that's when I started thinking, okay, yeah, there's a connection between Elon Musk and with the Tesla car and the Trump building with Trump. And then I see there's SpaceX. So definitely a connection here. Okay, that's the message. So it's like a subliminal message. It's like a little message, but it's an in-your-face message. So it's the Tesla car, the Trump building. It's a full-on message, and that is the exact message the cards are trying to say. There's no coincidences here. It is a very blatant in-your-face message. I don't know what the message is, but I'm just saying they're sending a direct message. Spreading or mutating. So spreading hatred is what I'm feeling here. Spreading hatred amongst ranks is what I'm hearing, amongst the ranks. So they're all military. These people were both military people. That's fact. That's not alleged. That's factual. One of them was in Germany, but not currently active duty. I think another one was active duty. Not 100% certain of their actual details, but I know they were military men. Fact. Here we see spreading and mutating. Now, okay, that feels to be amongst military, unfortunately. Allegedly, this is the information that's coming from the cards. It's no facts, it's just opinions and allegedly. But something is among the ranks is what I'm hearing is being spread and mutating. So information being spread, propaganda or details, information, I'm not sure which, but something being spread amongst the ranks is what I'm hearing. Military. It could be somehow related to new policies or new rules that are being brought in. I don't know the exact rules and policies that they're looking to bring in, but somebody's not happy about it, and it could be military related, or it could be people that spread information. The ring down here, you're seeing the ring, or it's like all stems back to a hate ring or a terrorist group even, but it all stems back to this ring. So this all goes on behind closed doors, behind the scenes. Mental struggle or mental illness. So people perhaps to do with physical violence, domestic violence, abuse, could also be PTSD, traumas of some sort, and okay, what happens to people in the military, and very brave they are, definitely something I couldn't do. So I mean no disrespect when I talk about military people, I could never do what they do, so I have the greatest respect, but I'm thinking here now about trauma caused by doing being involved in that, seeing that, learning those things. Orchestrating, I'm hearing the word orchestrating, so being involved in the orchestration of something is what I'm hearing. This says organized ring here, but coming back in because I keep getting pulled back in a different direction away from what I'm saying. PTSD and trauma, I feel mental illness could be coming in here. And purposely disappeared, but distracted is what I'm hearing. So when I look down at this card, purposely disappeared, I'm actually feeling a distraction, even though it's not a distraction card. I'm feeling it's a purposeful distraction, something about it. Now, purposeful, now if I'm to read it as the raw message, purposely disappeared. They didn't disappear. What were they trying to disappear? There was in one of those vehicles, there was melted guns, but ID was clear. So something being disappeared from the scene. Okay, that's a little interesting. I might pull another card on that there and delve a little bit deeper. Overall, skimming the surface here, my question was, are they connected? It says yes. Shows a ringmaster, organized, infiltrated, I'm also hearing. Something among the ranks is what I was hearing. And then we see mental illness. We see something going on behind closed doors. We see illnesses caused from PTSD or trauma, abuses of some sort, or violence. And then up here we have some kind of new rules that's being brought in, or policies are a concern. Somebody sending a direct message because of them. So heading, spreading hate and fear propaganda is what I'm getting off this card. I'm saying the words that are directly coming from me. That's all I'm doing. I'm not getting into politics at all. I'm just telling you exactly what the words are that are coming from spirit. So I'm putting myself out of the equation. No personal opinion here at all from me. So let's move on and delve deeper into each scenario. Okay, I have the crime deck for this one to start with for this scenario. Okay, I'm going to go New Orleans first of all. Very interesting cards on the table now as we look at the New Orleans and just have a little skim over what's going there. Now, I said distraction before in the last reading. I touched a card and I felt distraction rather than what it was actually saying on the card, and now it's got the distraction. So while we're all looking over here at what's going on with New Orleans and the Trump Tower and this kind of thing, something else is actually going on in the background. So there's something else going on. I'm going to ask what that is, but it's something else. It's not what's in the headlines. It's not what, it may not even be connected. It may be something completely different, but something else is going on, and all this stuff that's happening is a distraction while something else is being covered up in the background. Now over here I'm seeing, I had to get away. This is the people. This is the footage of the people you see running, trying to get away from this car as we look at this, but it's saying the two crimes are connected. That is the direct answer here. Now, whether they're saying these two crimes are connected, being the New Orleans and the Tesla and Trump Tower explosion, or whether this is indicating that there's another crime connected here that's being covered up. I feel more like the two crimes are connected as a distraction, as a cover up. So there's more going on here. This is the fight, conflict, argument. So this is a battle actually. It's more like the battle is on. This is what this is. So there's a battle at play at the moment, quite aggressive, and the attacks are aggressive. So I'm concerned more now about a battle Okay, this is bringing in energy, military, of course. Military energy is coming off this card is what I'm feeling for sure. But the phrase that comes to mind is you may have won the battle, but you haven't won the war. That's the phrase that I'm getting. I don't know if I'm saying that phrase correctly, but that's kind of what I'm getting amongst here. So here there is a war waging here. It says battle up the top here. It involves the military people or the military in some way, but there's also money involved here. Money is exchanging hands, or big money, big business money involved in this situation. So aggressive attacks, I'm saying plural. So yes, there's been the explosion, but I feel there's more than one. So there's because I slipped out with the S there, so I feel it's plural, and then we've got 2 crimes committed. So again, another slip. So when the slips come, when I open my mouth and just let spirit talk, sometimes words come out differently than what I'm thinking they're going to come out. So whatever it was that I just said was a slip. So and that's an important slip, whatever word that was I said. Now I've got my I've turned the logic off, and I'm just full open trance state into that stage. So now I'm not remembering what I said. This is where my brain starts to go into I can't remember what the question is because I switched that part of my brain off. So now it's just pure open it up to whatever's coming through and allowing it to come through my mouth. That's why sometimes I rattle on whatever, because there's no logical thought coming out of my mouth. So I just thought I'd tell you that. I don't know why I've had to tell you that. Here we're saying we're looking at the people walking away, had to walk away. This I feel is just the people involved as we talk about New Orleans. Definitely a distraction on the table. 2 crimes are committed. I feel attacks, money exchange and changing hands. This is a tax on innocent citizens. Innocent people are in the line of fire. Now, the word that's coming through here, the information that's coming through is collateral damage, is the actual word that's coming through, collateral damage. There's a bigger game at play here, battle and war involved, winning a battle versus winning a war, and then I'm feeling collateral damage. The innocent people trying to get away are just collateral damage here in the minds of certain people. Maybe the driver, maybe bigger beyond that energy here. Stalker, being watched. Okay, that's interesting. Now, as I look at that card, touch that card, tap into that card, now, one of my questions here is other members of this alleged ring. I've got to say it that way. That's the way it's actually coming through too. As I am getting that through here, I'm thinking, were they there? Were they present? Were they at the situation? Were they watching? Were they watching through a window? This is somebody looking through a window. So maybe they're watching from a window next to the money card. Interesting. Let's take a little look at the other scene. Guilty on the bottom of the deck. Okay, the next scene is the Tesla explosion in front of it's a Cybertruck, I believe, in front of the Trump Towers. Now what we're seeing the ringmaster again, something being orchestrated here. So somebody in the background covering up or tampering here. These are interesting cards on the table here, I just noticed. Coming back over here, I'm seeing a ringmaster or organized and somebody with strategic planning. So this was planned by somebody other than the driver of the car. I feel very strongly about that because we've got the ring card. We've got that organised ring card sitting there. Now we've got the temperance. Temperance can be consumption. It can be drugs or alcohol. That when we're talking Tesla building, if I said New Orleans, I'd say, yeah, that's what people were doing in New Orleans, but we're not. We're talking the Tesla building. Was there drugs involved? I don't know. says balance. Okay, we're looking at some kind of cover up here. Again, as I said, distraction before. This is an organized ring. I saw the distraction card. So I said there's something going on here while we're all looking over here. So, and this card here is indicating that there's a cover up or tampering of some situation. Either the scene's been tampered with or something, some kind of tampering going on here with this situation, covering up something here. I don't know what that is, but it's showing this is what the cards are saying. Something is being covered up or something is being tampered with this scenario when we're talking about the explosion in front of the Trump towers. Repeat offender. So this is somebody that's done it before. This is a organization, a ring that has done it before, or will do it again. They will do it again, being a repeat. Now the person here we're talking DV, again, this card keeps coming out. That card's about violence and abuse. So connected again. This is the second time this card's come out. So it's connected somehow to either trauma, PTSD, mental illness, or DV, or a violent act, violence and abuse somehow that connected. Now, I don't know if that means this person was under some kind of abuse or violence, or this person was violent and abusive. It's just really interesting that card, I find that card there. As I look down, this actually didn't go to plan. So something about this scenario did not go to plan. Maybe they had bigger goals for this situation. We're talking the explosion in the car. Maybe it was planned to happen somewhere else. Maybe it was a bigger event. Maybe there was more to it. Something about the surroundings. There you go. That's what it is. It's bigger. There's in surrounding areas. So there was more supposed to happen surrounding it somehow. So because it says surroundings, and I'm feeling it didn't go to plan, there was more to it, more supposed to happen than what actually did. There was a lot of strategy and planning in place here with this. It took place for this, but it didn't go to plan the way it was supposed to go to plan. Let's find out now. First of all, I'm going to ask them to tell me something we don't know about the situation. I was pulling cards from my crime deck and they weren't pulling. So when that happens to me, it means I have to change decks and get the information from a different deck. That's why I've split the decks here. Okay, first of all, I've asked for things we don't know. So yeah, there's a lot of rumors. There are going to be more rumors coming out about this. Cannot believe everything you're hearing this situation, even to the point of footage, deep fake videos. You've got to be very cautious and use discernment when it comes to what you're viewing, what you're hearing, information and evidence, because there's a really fine line here I'm feeling with this rumors and behind your back card. So the rumors, things going on behind the scenes. It says things going on behind the scenes. This is what this is. Drugged or poisoned. So again, that's the second time I've seen that consumption or that poisoning or that drugging kind of card. Again, it's like fire. I'm seeing the fire happen in here, the smoke, fire. That's what we could be looking at out of this card. Sometimes you can pull something out of a picture. Sometimes it comes out of a word. So maybe it's like the explosion here that we're looking at. The smoke and the fire, the flames, the fire. Somehow connected to the resignation or leaving office. That's somehow connected to this, whether that's the planned outcome or whether that's already happened. It's like somehow connected there. A risk taking. So they're feeling they're having to take big risks at the moment. Risk taking activity with the Fool card. We've got drone strikes. Now, drone strikes could be indicating the New Jersey strikes, drones, but I don't think so. Maybe it is covering something up around that. I don't know. But drones are appearing here on something we don't know. Worldwide. So something going on worldwide. This says strike. This says attack. So more attacks, more strikes around the world. This is heat wave, fire, energy, fires. Again, I'm done that in one of the predictions. I said fires. heat wave. It could be the explosions again. Explosions are heat, fire, energy here. Attacks. It says cyber. Now this is a really interesting card because it says cyber attack. This card came out in the January prediction standalone on its own, and it's now showing in this reading. So I think this is what we're talking about. Something around that car is like a Cybertruck or something interesting about the name of what they're saying that car is, that Tesla car, like a Cybertruck or something, and this is cyber, but it says attack. And over here, this one says strike. So I feel there's more worldwide here, more events worldwide, drone strikes, drone attacks, cyber energy here, more. It could, and this could actually be just cyber attacks. It can be cyber being this person on the computer working in the background. So explosions happening from a different place. So, when like somebody's on a computer and they're firing or setting explosions off that were pre-planted, and they were supposed to go off by somebody's computer or somebody setting them off, and it didn't go to plan. That could be where we said it didn't go to plan. So I think maybe even dark web here. It doesn't say dark web, but I'm feeling like somebody in the background is cyber technology, cyber warfare there, cyber warfare. So planting of devices, explosions, but then done remotely is what I'm picking up around that energy. So whether that's future or whether that is one of those events, it was supposed to be more designated areas, more like charges, more planting of different things, and then they were supposed to be remotely discharged or remotely fired or activated there. Maybe that didn't go to plan because one of the cards said on the last reading didn't go to plan. But I see more drone strikes and cyber attacks here, somehow related to cyber attack here. Explosions with the fire energy. This is fire energy as well. So okay, so let's find out. Let's ask one more question. Will there be, let's go future cards, prediction cards. Will there be more of these attacks, drone strikes, attacks, cyber warfare, explosions? Will there be more terrorism? Will there be more of this in the future? The cards here, we have heavy burdens, first of all, somebody hiding something or somebody going into hiding here. Explosive situation, this is a card that almost fell all the way out and just the corner part was hidden in the deck and didn't come all the way out. So I actually pulled that one out, but in an explosive situation. So that kind of indicates, yes, there will be more around the world, compromised and harmful situation, harmful attacks, compromised, explosive situation, harmful, explosive situation. That's the word together that we need. So it's like more harmful, explosive situations coming. Darkages and outages could be cyber related, could be as a result of, well, I don't want to say it, maybe taking out power. Actually, I did predict in one of the predictions some kind of energy crisis. So something explosive situation causing a darkness or an outage that affects so many people. So it's like the target changes. It's like changing the target to have a bigger effect, to affect more people. I kind of don't want to say too much here because I don't want to, like, this hasn't happened, and I don't want to put out a narrative, and I don't want to put out an idea. If you read it yourself, I think you can clearly see what the cards are saying. Yeah, but banking and currency is somehow tied up in this, being money tied up in this. Could be currency related, could be related to the dollar, American dollar, could be cryptocurrency. Somehow currency and banking is tied up into this. This looks political to me. Person with a hat, old-fashioned political person. Even though it says so many people affected by this outage or darkness, or the explosion that's above it, so many people are affected, but I see this also as political as well. So political votes here in the background with the political card here, a crisis here. This says pandemic or health crisis, but this is a crisis situation. Now the other card that fell out to the side was tsunami, rising waters. So I don't know if waters is connected there as well. And on the bottom of the deck it says join forces. So joining forces there. The forces being the military or joined forces is relevant in this situation. So interesting cards. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.